We appreciate this opportunity to bring this exciting program to you, which will help you to accomplish your goals as a real estate investor. The program entitled How to Find, Fund, Rehab, and Flip Properties for Profit is an exciting journey which you will be able to take with us and or instructors from where you are to the vision you have for yourself in real estate as far as your wealth or revenue streams from the efforts you will put out. So let's talk about what you will learn through this program, through this course. The first thing you will learn is how to carefully examine the home in which you live, whether it's an apartment, home, a condominium, a multifamily. And whether it's a multifamily or a single family home, you'll probably only be living in one unit. So let's talk about how this will work. We first show you how to find ownership records, how to explore the county record of deeds or other similar office where you live and where those records are kept. We introduce you to the city assessor's office, who keeps information on the value of the properties, the tax associated with the property, the physical characteristics of the property, all of which are important to you because you reside there. But in terms of learning the features of the property and how to assess those features, how to determine values for that property, how to find details about ownership. All of these items are part of your introduction to real estate investing. And we know that you will find it interesting because it is your home. Some of our students get excited because they're able to look at their neighbors' homes and values and characteristics, and then begin to compare. Now, that's not what we're asking you to do until you get the comparative market analysis of similar homes in your neighborhood. Now, we want you to spend your time wisely. So in using the time you have available through this course to perfect your skills as a real estate investor, we want you to do the things we guide you through doing so we can assure your success if you apply yourself to the principles we teach, the research that we suggest, and the process that this course takes you through. In coming to understand about your residence, where you live now, there are other things that you learn about the physical characteristics of the property. What type of property is it? Is it a Victorian style home, a Cape style home, possibly colonial? Is it a split ranch or raised ranch? Or is it just a block on a pad? So regardless of what the description is, it plays into someone's taste, who you are going to sell that property to, if it became yours, or if you found one like it, who would it appeal to? You have to do your market research. When you're thinking of the home in which you live, how many homes are there like it in the neighborhood? Is it the majority of homes, or is it just a single property? Each piece of real estate, each property is unique. However, as a real estate investor, you have to buy something, rehab something, naming the property that someone else is willing to pay money for at market rate. If you buy a property that no one has a desire to buy, you have money invested that may be difficult to recover. Now, we teach you all of these things about your home so you can get a better understanding of the market as you move forward. We encourage you to look at your home and the market around your home, because as you become familiar with your home and the market around it, these same research principles or methods will be used as you move into other markets to determine whether you want to work in that market. When I say work in that market, invest in that market and try to rehab and flip properties in that market. You have lots of opportunities, lots of options in real estate as an investment arena. You can buy and hold properties for future value or appreciation and a stream of income. You can buy properties and flip for immediate income. There are several alternatives that we'll discuss in the training program. Excuse me. The most common of which you'll be able to experience. Now, as we look at moving into the real investment experience, having gained some knowledge about your property and its position in the marketplace, its type, you'll be able to now look differently at other properties in the marketplace with a more critical eye. We hope that as you go through this program, this course, that you'll be able to sharpen your skills and your knowledge in a way that leads you into a successful investment position, posture, if you will. As you look at other properties, we urge first that you work with properties in your market because that's the market in which you are familiar. However, as you go further afield, it is also possible to invest successfully, but we suggest that you study the market before you move into the market. Look at the traffic in the market. Now, one of the things we teach you is if you're going to find a market with activity to benefit from, now you can do this in any market on a one-off, but if you want consistency, you have to go to markets where there's a lot of activity. You could look up zip codes on Google and ask which zip code or which town, which county has the most real estate transactions in the state where you want to work. Then you can go to that area and look for transactions or the surrounding area, because sometimes the competition is so significant, it may be difficult to get assets at the right price in order to rehab and make a profit. So basically, you want to be able to have a game plan that allows you to select properties in markets which you will be able to turn easily into assets for profits. As we talk about the research necessary to do that, we introduce you to tools that you will be able to use as part of your training and beyond to identify the assets that you will need to work with in terms of margins and renovation costs that will keep your properties and your profits consistent. Oftentimes, if you don't have a plan or develop a plan, you may be able to find one property here and there, and you may make a small profit or a large profit. And without some support, it will take you some time generally to find another asset. However, if you develop a team, as we tell you early in the process, then your team will help to bring you the assets that meet your criteria. If you're clear in your communication with your team and develop a loyal team, and many teams can be loyal, although some are not. So you want to develop a team of folks that are loyal to you, but you have to treat them fairly. You have to be willing to share your profits with your team in order to keep them on your team. Now, real estate professionals are able to find assets, research assets, and bring those assets to you. However, they expect that after that, you'll be able to renovate that asset and give it back to them to bring to the marketplace, where they can find a competitive market buyer or buyer, if it's suitable for affordable housing, to be able to provide a housing opportunity to the individuals who may be in need of such. It is good to look at how you can make money. It is also good to look at how you can share opportunity. Now, as we talk about your team should consist of a real estate professional, a mortgage professional, an attorney, a CPA, a bookkeeper, and a contractor. Now, a building or general contractor is whom I'm referring to. Now, when I speak of a bookkeeper and a CPA, you should know that those are two very distinct positions. Your bookkeeper will handle your daily receipts, daily expenses, invoices, etc., post those things, generally speaking. Your CPA is the guy that will look at those numbers once they're tabulated and provide you some advice, whether you're profitable or not, what you need to change in order to increase profitability based on the information received. So you need both of these wonderful number crunching individuals to help you to make decisions about how you move forward in your real estate career. They become trusted advisors. Now, your general contractor gives you a good overview of what you may need in the property. However, I still recommend that for every transaction, given the time, and you should plan so you have the time, you're not making rush decisions, get several estimates, 2, 3, 4 estimates, at least 3, from individuals in your area of practice. I also suggest that you give all 3 the same list of items to be addressed so that you're comparing apples with apples when you get the results from your contractors for the roof work or the flooring or the windows or whatever else you'll need to renovate to bring that property back to the market. So each contractor should have the same identical list. So you know when you get your quote back that the quote represents the work that you intended to have done, and that the price presented, you can make a good value judgment because they all 3 would have had the same foundation for pricing. Now, your attorney should be knowledgeable in the area of contracts, real estate contracts, and the area in which you practice. Doctors, like attorneys, have specialties. You would not get a podiatrist to operate on your heart. You would not get a divorce attorney to work with you regularly on real estate transactions, although some divorce attorneys have real estate specializations as part of their practice. If you do, then you're in a safe zone. However, you want to be sure that you're engaging people on your team that have the expertise you need in order to be successful based on the training and guidance we provide. We provide leverage, understanding, and guidance for your success in real estate. We help you to develop the relationships and point you to the resources you will need to succeed. Let's talk about money for a moment. Many individuals will tell you, oh, you don't need money to invest in real estate. However, I would suggest to you that without money, it can be very challenging. You may be able to work in partnership with others to raise some capital based on the services you provide. You may function as some people refer to as a bird dog, where you go find properties and you turn them over for a small sum of money. However, I suggest to you that you also have options to pull money from other resources. You may have a rich uncle that you can ask to loan $100,000 or $200,000 to get your real estate investment business started. However, that is not the case of most of us. You start with your savings. You start with friends and family. You start basically on a shoestring budget. And then with good fiscal management, good planning, and good guidance through our program, you're able to develop those resources so that over time, you have the resources behind you to make independent judgments or decisions without having to rely on someone else's money, although they suggest other people's money is a good way to get started and profitable in real estate. When you use other people's money, you have to share your profits, and you should be willing to do that, because without those dollars, you'll be still in the starting blocks. So be generous with those who support you, whether it's friends or family, rich uncle, or others. We talked to you about finding money not only to get started, because lenders will ask you, what is your stake in the property? They want to know what you are bringing to the table. Now, as I said earlier, we will teach you these things in our program, how to find or have resources ready to meet the lender's expectation. However, different lenders have different rules and policies. You need to find a lender that will work best for you and with you. And you may need to have multiple lenders in order to meet your market requirements and the types of transactions you do. Some will be limited and some will have, resources that you may have difficulty to outreach, if you will, to go beyond. So you're looking for some lenders that have the capacity to meet your specific needs. Each market may have different lenders, and some lenders can go national. And maybe if you're going to do national renovations and developments across the country, maybe you need to find one or two national lenders. Now, as I said earlier, finding a lender that's able to work with you based on your requirements is the most important part, because some lenders may have capacity, but you may not fit into their portfolio of activity. Some lenders will have resources, but your projects may not meet their criteria. Some have limits of $1 million, some have minimum of 5 million. So, and some are willing to do $100,000 loans. Many of them will not get below $40,000 or $50,000. So you have to raise the capital if you're going to do something that low. But many investors suggest it will take the same amount of time and resources and energy to do a $100,000 transaction as you will a $500,000 or $1 million transaction. And some people Some investors go for the larger transactions, but that will take time to get to. So look at where you are comfortable and start where you're comfortable based on your resources. You don't have to do $1 million transaction to make a profit. You can do a $100,000 transaction and make a profit, or a $300,000 transaction and make a profit. It depends on your market, your numbers, and your risk tolerance. Now, so we talk about finding lenders that will meet your needs and your search for those, as well as the dollars you will need to start your investment career, where they can come from. In our training programs, you will get much more detail on the resources that could be available to you and from whom. There are also relationships inside of the organization and individuals in our network that will partner with you to ensure your success, that will mentor you as part of this process so that you will be able to walk strongly through this process with confidence, knowing that success is assured provided that you follow the instructions we provide. You may also have access to other property based on familiar relationships that you may be able to leverage, but that also will come in a future discussion. Let us look now at the markets that you may be able to explore. We talked earlier about learning about the market in which you live. Now, looking at other markets requires you to gain knowledge about those marketplaces before you step in, because you want to be familiar with the area that you're going to be investing in. You want to know what the demands are in that area, how you can fill those demands because only by filling a need, whether you're an entrepreneur or an investor, are you able to turn a need that you can fill into revenue. And we want you to be able to learn how to do that in a very expert and expedient fashion. Now, there are many things about real estate investing that will become clear or clearer with each building block of knowledge that you acquire. From learning about your residential area and properties in there, to learning about building a team to help you with your investment strategies, to finding money for your investment business, to finding lenders that will support your process. But you also have to think about the assets or the properties you'll be acquiring. Where would you find them? We talked about areas that are busy with real estate transactions, but there are many other areas which you can research that may not be busy with real estate transactions that offer good opportunities. We'll teach you how to review compliance areas in the city ordinance or city ordinances, inspectional services, where to find opportunities in that arena. We'll teach you how to explore probate for either estates where there's real estate, or divorce cases where there's real estate. You will learn more than you ever thought you could through these processes. And I am sure you're going to find it exciting, as you will find it profitable after learning all these tips and tricks that we will teach you through the real estate investment training process, learning how to find, fund, rehab, and flip properties for profits. If you pursue real estate with a passion, and I emphasize the word passion, it will return tons of joy, excitement, and profits in the process. You'll be able to help hundreds, if not thousands of people over a career based on those you work with directly and those with whom you train or mentor to be able to help others to become homeowners. You'll be able to learn how to build wealth through the real estate investing process, or how to provide affordable housing to many as another path of satisfaction. Sometimes money is the motivator. Sometimes helping others can be a motivator, although it may ultimately be supported by money, but money not being the driving factor. So whatever your wish is through this real estate investment career process, we want to help you to be able to arrive at the point that you choose to envision yourself with the tools we provide, the resources to help, the mentorship. We want you to be able to get to that destination, not only by yourself, but with others, with those with whom you share what you learn here with. And not everybody you share with may be able to may have the vision of becoming wealthy in real estate. They may have the vision of just becoming a homeowner. They may just like the peace of mind of being in one place, stable with a family, building some equity so that they can do some of the basic things that they want to do in the future. And I always say, if you can buy one, you can buy two. So we want definitely for you as an individual to be able to accomplish your goals while you help others to accomplish theirs. And that's another part of this training process. We want you to build relationships that will help you to accomplish your goals as you, inside of those relationships, excuse me, look for those that you can help to accomplish their goals with the same knowledge, experience, passion, and resources that you develop or that you have access to through this training program. Now, we've covered a lot of ground, and we want you to know that your success is our success. We want you to be able, through this program, to realize that anything is possible, and whatever you envision for yourself and your family, you can achieve with our support and the support of those around the team you build. We will provide resources in many cases to help you to accomplish your goals, so that there's no reason or no excuse for not being successful, through this process, for not being able to reach your goals, for not being able to help others to reach their goals, for not being able to excuse yourself because you did not want to put in the effort. So we expect that you'll be willing to put the effort in, you'll be willing to put the time in, you'll be willing to put the resources in, because we believe in you and we want to be able to do whatever we can to be able to ensure your success and the success of those who become or who come under your influence with the same desire to have success in real estate as a wealth builder for you now and on into the future, as a way to change your family's life and legacy, as a way to be able to enjoy life at a level and play at a level that you only dreamt of or had a vision of before coming to this program, before working through the steps that we assure you will bring you to a level of success that you have not heretofore seen except in the lives of others. So you've got the tools inside this program. Find the time to capitalize on the tools, to get the knowledge and access the resources to unlock a bright and exciting future in the world of real estate investing. We'll give you all we have to do all you want to do and support you all the way through. This is as good as it gets. Take advantage. Connect now. Understand that your future is in your hands, and the action you take now makes all the difference. We look forward to working with you and seeing you at the top